today was my regionals for Silph Arena, and it was completely during the incense event, so I didn't really do that. I did get one shiny centric, but I don't really care because I already had two other ones. So we got one new one. First of all, let me recap and say this is my first season doing Silph, and my goal was to get invited to regionals, and today I went 5-3 in regionals. There's 8 rounds, a lot of tough battles, but we're gonna show all of my battles here. Alright, so my first opponent is Lars. A lot of these guys are from, like, pretty much this is the Southern California regional, so I know a lot of these trainers. Obviously we're only doing it remote because of the current epidemic. But yeah, our first opponent here, we are going to be facing Lars 309. I was a little scared of the shift tree, I'm not gonna lie. I was pretty nervous that if I didn't line up my Pokemon correctly, that shift tree was gonna do some work to my team. So I lead with Scrafty, he leads with Osmerl, and I decided to stay in a little bit, get some energy, then I switched to my Megium. He brings in Probopass, and instead of trying to bait a shield, I'm just going straight for EQ. He blocks it, and I'm thinking maybe he'll think I'm trying to... Oh, I'm not going to shield this Rock Slide, by the way. But I'm thinking he might think, oh, I'm going to bait this time. So I decided to go for another Earthquake. And that's exactly what happens. He ends up sacking Probopass there. He brings in the Shifty, and I'm like, fuck, dude. I wanted to switch in the Altaria first. Probably an alright idea because he switches into Osmerl, and I just figure I might as well just let this kill my Altaria as a sack switch because I can deal with the shift tree as long as I have the Scrafty. So he has no shields whatsoever. Come in, I can Frenzy Plant with my Meganium. So you knock out Osmerl, I switch in Scrafty on the shift tree, and it's pretty much GG. Felt good being the first battle and winning. Alright, so we have to go into round 2 here. Today was seriously hard, but I'm proud of myself for going 5-3. I mean, I think I was aiming for 6-2 towards the end of the tournament, but obviously you can only do as good as you can, you know. Damn, that's rough business. I'm sorry. Alright, so we're going into match 2 here. Again, trying to play around the shift tree. I think that's the one thing that's scaring me if I don't line up correctly with it. Thanks everyone for coming out to my stream today. Alright, so in my mind, we win the lead here. He switches out to Probopass. I switch to my Scrafty. This is good for us. I can pretty much just farm them. I'm not going to shield any of these Rock Slides, or Thunderbolt, sorry. Not Rock Slides. It's a Rock Slide, Thunderbolt, Probopass. I bring in Altaria. I decided to go for the Power Punch. I guess trying to see if they'll shield it. They don't, so I go for a Foul Play now. And they don't shield it again, so I decided to bring my Osmerl back in. They're going for our Sky Attack, so I'm just going to eat the Sky Attack. And I'm going for a Play Rough on Altaria. Right, so it switches in Shift Tree. I can bring in Altaria and line it up with Shift Tree. I'm just not gonna I'm just gonna eat a foul play here. I wasn't sure if he was gonna try to bait with a leaf blade or not, but I knew whatever happened, I could at least eat one move easily. I decided to go for Sky Attack here to force a shield or see if he sacks, and he ends up sacking, and that's game. He doesn't even, I guess he just assumes he can't win there. Alright, so we already won round 1, but we are going to need to do our third match here. Okay. Let's see here. Alright, we lead mid game, and we got the pro pass. Decided to stay in and, you know, just go for earthquakes again. And decided to just go for the EQ, and I maybe should have tried to bait because I feel like that might have been a better play here. I decided to shield a rock slide, and I do the same thing I did last time. I go for another EQ, and he ends up rock sliding me. I shield that. I decide to switch here to the to Scrafty, and he brings in Alteria on the Scrafty. Go for the foul play. We sack, well, we have to sack our Scrafty there. I use Alteria against Alteria, and at this point I pretty much thought, I think this game's over. So we end up losing round 3, but we still take the first round. What's up, Woodland Amigo? Welcome to stream, buddy. Alright, so that is round 1. Let me bring up the next opponent here. Alrighty. This is round 2. Saw a lot of shifters today, which I understand. It's pretty good. Alright, so I'm versing Glockroo right now. This isn't Go Battle League. I'm doing match commentary of pre-recorded matches from a regionals tournament I was in today. So these are matches that I already did. Alright, so I go for the Ice Punch against the Alteria. He switches to Toxicroak. I wasn't really sure why he did this. I was kind of confused. So Toxicroak just goes down. Go for an Ice Punch on Alteria. Alright, so here I decided to switch in Magnium, and I decided to shield. Figured he's probably going to shield this. Maybe. Which he does, so I switch in Scrafty. I'm able to, fortunately, knock down the Alteria with just counter. And so I just go for a Power Punch, I guess. I don't know. Maybe I should have tried to just do foul plays at this point. But I figured we'd put a little bit of pressure on him if we keep getting attack boosts. He Hydro Pumps me. Decided to go for a foul play with +2 attack. Alright, we send in Meganium, and fortunately for us, we can eat 1 Ice Beam, and we can get the Frenzy Plant off, securing this win. Alright, so that's round 1. Alright, so I was a little scared of the Stunfisk and Shiftry, but as long as I played, as long as I won the lead, or just kind of played correctly, I mean, it's hard to know what to do, I guess. But usually the first match is a good way to gauge the movesets and how your opponent's trying to play. I saw so many Hypno, Osmoral, and Altaria today. I mean, I'm running them too. Pretty much, I feel like most people ran Osmoral. Yo, Sir Maximus, what up, homie? Dude, it was tough, bro. Alright, so they win the lead in this match, and they have Shiftry against Osmoral. I switched directly to Altaria. They decided to bring in their Altaria, and I decided to just go for a Dragon Pulse, and they don't shield, which completely fucks their Altaria. I was like, wow. I was kind of shocked. They bring in Toxicroak, and I'm like, whoa. Altaria is like about to wreck this dude. He shields with Toxicroak. I decided to shield with Altaria here. Shout out to Sir Maximus, guys, by the way. Another Pokemon Go streamer. Apparently, I didn't even realize you were streaming, man. I was so focused. It's nuts, man. Alright, so we bring in Altaria against the Shifter, which is insane. Go for the Ice Punch. I decided to just let Hypno die. But he goes for the Leaf Blade, and we still go down. Bring back in Altaria. I decided to shield. Can go for a Sky Attack, and that's game. So we end up winning round 2 also. So we already secured our second opponent. Yeah, those 3. I hate to say it, like, I normally don't like playing the meta, but I was like, this is a very meta team. Marco, Spawny, welcome to the Sass Squad, friend. So we're in our final opponent, our final match against Glockroo here, who is my second opponent of an 8-round tournament. I faced someone that ran a Lone Muck. So we run Scrafty against Hypno. Unfortunately for us, we can win this matchup. I tried to bait there, but he doesn't fall for it. I know I can eat a Shadow Ball or whatever he's trying to throw at me. He goes for a Thunder Punch. I decided this time I'm going for a Foul Play. +1 attack, Foul Play. He doesn't shield that time. So Hypno pretty much takes a lot of damage. Pretty much we farm Hypno down with a counter. He switches in Osmoral and decides to just bring in Meganium. He brings in his Shiftry. I go for a Frenzy Plant. He does not shield, he eats. It pretty much takes a decent chunk out, a little over half. He foul plays me. I return the favor by not shielding. I go for another Frenzy Plant. He shields this time. I decided to shield. Maybe not the best, but fortunately I can get to a Frenzy Plant in time. I get the shield, I switch to Scrafty, I'm able to go for a punch, which he switches to Osmoral. Scrafty just dies to an Ice Beam. I switch in Meganium and I go for a Frenzy Plant, which is able to knock the Osmoral out. He brings in Shiftry and I can just Vine Whip it down. Alright, so that is our second opponent. Alright, let me bring up the next battle. Okay. So my next opponent is Howard, and Howard is a tough battler, to say the least. When I saw the Frostlass, I knew this is going to be a tough battle. And the Vigoroth also, I was like, dude, those together are going to be kind of a problem for my team if I don't play correctly. If I don't predict the lead, I'm kind of screwed. And, you know, I was going to lead with Scrafty, but in this situation, it's not really good for me. I have to shield. I tried to stay in because I figured Frenzy Plant is still going to be a decent chunk. And I mean, I didn't want to get switch locked, but switching Scrafty, he stays in. He goes for an Avalanche on Scrafty. Go for a Power Punch. don't really know what he switched in. It's Osmoral. I can't really do anything here. I'm just gonna go for a foul play and pretty much die. I think he just farms me down. Yeah, because I go for another foul play. Alright. So we eat an Ice Beam. This time my shield. Get a little bit lag, but I think I can farm it down there. Go for an EQ. I probably should just went for Frenzy Plan, but I guess it doesn't really matter. It knocks out Frostlass, brings in Vigoroth, and yeah, this is not good. Vigoroth behind a shield. Damn, it's crazy how spammy it is. It can win this matchup. So I pretty much lose this match for sure. There's nothing I can really do. I go for a play rough, but I mean, he's obviously gonna shield and hit by another body slam. I was kind of kicking myself in the butt for not iLikeChvrches here, but you know, it happens. Yeah, honestly, that just stinks. I don't think there was anything I could have done there at that point. That was definitely Howard's game. Alright, so we're going into match number 2 with Howard, our third opponent of the regional tournament today. His team was definitely well built. Oh, by the way, the Meganium I'm running today is actually a hundo. Like, it's so funny because I don't have a good PvP one, so it's like rank. I think it's like almost rank. It's definitely really bad. It's 15, 15, 15 IBs. I'm surprised it did so well, but you know, sometimes it doesn't actually matter if you have a good IB one or not. It really comes down to how you play, or just having the Pokemon. Okay, so they Shadow Ball me with Frostlass, and I eat it. Decide to go for a play rough against Osmoral here. Go for another play rough. Wasn't really sure if it's gonna Hydro Pump me or Ice Beam, so I decided not to shield, and kind of wish it did shield, because now I shield and it's an Ice Beam, and if I would have reversed that, definitely would have been in a much better situation. He sacks Osmoral, he brings back out the Frostlass, and this is where I make a lot of bad plays. So because I'm behind, I'm thinking I should probably bait him, and unfortunately for me, he doesn't even try to take a, he doesn't even shield at all. I should have absolutely gone straight for the foul play here the first time, because honestly it just completely screwed me. I could have maybe won if I went for the foul play there. That's insane. But yeah, this round ends up going to fucking Howard, so we have to go to round 3. It's rough. GG's Howard, that was really well played, honestly. The way you played Frostlass was really impressive, and that was one thing I was kind of scared of in this tournament, but I didn't really see anyone running it. I saw a few people having it on their teams. I've looked at it myself, but I just, in the end, didn't really commit to something like that. But really amazing plays here by Howard. So we do a third match and I lose the lead, which feels bad, man. And at this point, I'm just like, alright, well, pretty sure this, it doesn't really matter if I win this match or not, but it doesn't feel good to get 3-0'd, but at the same time, the nature of this tournament was already like pretty sweaty. Alright, so yeah, Scrafty can't really do much to Osmoral, and I'm kind of trapped here. I decided to shield and switch out and bring in my own Osmoral, and he just brings in Meganium, and Should have remembered. Like, I don't know why I did that. Maybe I was just feeling a little flustered. Oh wait, I think I just assumed. Actually, I'm not sure why I did that. I could have brought in Meganium in there. But yeah, so I don't shield. We end up eating a Frenzy Plant. I mean, I'm behind so much in this match. Let's see. Yeah, so I go for the Power Punch with Scrafty. Switches to Vigoroth and I go for another Power Punch. Or no, he doesn't switch. He, what am I saying? He brought in Vigoroth and he switches to the Osmorol. I can't really do anything this match. He has a shield still, and I'm pretty much already at low enough HP where he can just farm me down. So that was really well played on Howard's part. GG's, homie. Definitely a really talented battler here in Southern California. Pleasure to know him and be friends with him. Alright guys, let's jump into round 4 here. Okay, so this opponent I wasn't really sure what to do. I guess I was looking, I'm like, maybe I could lead with my Osmorol, but I feel like I don't know. And I do that, so they win the lead with the Meganium and switch to Altaria on the Frenzy Plant, which is pretty good on my part, because at least, even if we get switch locked, we at least wasted that energy. We decide to shield against the Osmorol here, and I go for a Sky Attack. iLikeChvrches. I've never battled them before, but I've seen them around a lot. Some people I've battled in previous tournaments for sure, but there's a couple that I've never battled before. So that was nice. Got a nice variety today. So I switch into my Osmorol, I go for the Play Rough. I pretty much wanted to save my Altaria to put on the Meganium here. I'm okay with pretty much sacking my Osmorol. They have Hypno. This is not that good for me. Decide to Sky Attack. I'm farming a little bit. Yeah. Thunder Punch. That hits my Altaria, but I switch out. That was just a visual glitch. I get hit by a Shadow Ball. I farm down Hypno. I go for an Ice Punch, thinking they're gonna shield. I get up another Ice Punch. They are pretty much scared, so they Frenzy Plant. And as you can see, I come in and I can farm down Meganium here. Yeah, the thing is the Thunder Punch doesn't knock out Altaria, so they were wondering if that affected it, but you could tell I actually did get hit by the Thunder Punch, and then I brought it back in. Really close battles. Very tough, honestly. Yeah, so I wasn't really sure what to do. I was thinking maybe if I led Osmorol again, they wouldn't think I was going to lead it. So maybe that would be a good play. Thank you all for coming out to the stream today. It's good to have you here. Alright, so I think this time I decided to lead Hypno. Because Hypno is a pretty solid lead against their team. Alright, so they lead with Osmorol. I'm trying to go for a Shadow Ball. They eat Shadow Ball. I decided not to shield. Oh no, I do shield. I think because I think it's a Hydro Pump. And this time I decided to bait with an Ice Punch to see if they'd be pressured to shield, and they do shield. Switching Osmoral, go for Play Rough against the Meganium. I decided to just sacrifice Osmoral. That way I can just bring in Altaria here and farm down Meganium. Have an energy advantage. Alright, so we knock out Meganium. I go for a Sky Attack. I don't even know what it is, but I'm like, fuck it. It is the Osmoral. Decided to shield. I should have switched to Hypno faster there. That was kind of rough. But I end up having some energy lead here, and they bring in Marowak. Fortunately for us, we have that energy because we're able to get up to an Ice Punch before they can use a charge move. And fortunately, we're able to win that match. So right now we've pretty much secured round 4, and we're going into our 3rd battle. Definitely very sweaty battles today. And the tournament ran smooth. Okay, so I win the lead here. I have Scrafty on the low and Marowak. So I decided to just go straight for a foul play. Don't even feel the need to bait. They switched to Meganium here, and I decided to stay in and just go for a Power Punch. I shield the Frenzy Plant. Librarian Vibes, welcome to the stream. Okay, so I Power Up Punch. I'm at +2 attack. Decided to go for a foul play on Altaria. Does a decent chunk. And I just sack Scrafty. That was just a weird visual glitch. I'm pretty much switching in Meganium here to sacrifice it or eat the energy. And we're able to get a shield against the Altaria there because I guess they thought maybe it'd be worth keeping. They used Dragon Pulse, probably not seeing what my Pokemon was. Yeah, it's pretty much GG. I don't shield thinking that they're trying to bait for the Bone Club. I don't even shield again because I knew I could eat a Shadow Ball. I go for a Hydro Pump, and I guess they were thinking I was trying to bait there, and they just end up taking the Hydro Pump. So yeah, then I end up 3-0ing this round. GG's. Very well played though. Everyone, like, honestly, it was like really hard. Alright, let's bring up the next opponent here, round 5. Okay. Alright. I had a feeling they were going to lead Galvantula. I was so tempted to lead Scrafty here. But then I was just like, maybe they'll know that. They'll know I'm trying to lead Scrafty. Scrafty can deal with a decent amount of their team. So I decided to lead Meganium, and they lead with Galvantula. Go for a Frenzy Plant. I decided to stay in and just try to get some damage, because Galvantula's pretty frail. Bring in Altaria, and I just decided to eat a Discharge. Switches in Osmoral against Altaria. I go for the Sky Attack. Alright, Sky Attack again. I think I just, yeah, shield here. Obviously I don't want to die. go for the Frenzy. They shield with Galvantula. I decided to bring in Hypno. Yeah. They have Reggie. I go for the Shadow Ball. Yo, this is a crazy match, honestly. I go for... I have to eat this move, obviously.
People ask me why I got 2 phones.
Alright.
They be looking at me crazy.
Holy shit, dude, look at that shiny piglet!
I'm trying to get these piglet.
Dude, I just got a fucking shiny piglet, dude.
Alright, so... we get hit by a Flash Cannon. I bring in Meganium. Fortunately for us here, we can actually eat a Flash Cannon in our EQ. This was such a crazy match. I have a bread. Alright, so I end up winning that. I end up winning that match, even though we lost the lead. That's awesome. Damn, guys, this has been such a crazy tournament. Yeah, I've been kind of lazy. I call this my depressed beard. Probably shave it next time I shave. I haven't even shaved at all today, honestly. This is like the quarantine mode. I'm gonna open up this beer, guys. Thanks to Librarian Vibes. Alright, so we won our first match here against Frostfire, who's our 5th opponent. And we're about to start our 2nd one. I was busy with regionals. I am drinking Modelo Vandicat. Good to see you, buddy. Welcome to the stream, guys. Alright, so they switch into Meganium here. I switched Altaria to lock him in. Yeah, so we go for the Sky attack. They bring in Registeel against us. We have obviously got the sand. I did get one shiny Sentret today before regionals started, but yeah, regionals went from noon to around 6 p.m. So I wasn't trying to pop an instance between my opponents. I just wanted to chill. Alright, fortunately for us, this is really, like, this whole tournament. Alright, so I'm just going for foul plays. I'm just gonna let this Osmeril pretty much kill my Scrafty. Fortunately, we got one shield. Now I'm gonna bring in my Meganium on the Osmeril. Decided to shield once. They bring in Registeel. I decided to shield, and I'm gonna go for a Frenzy Plant against it just to knock it out. In comes the Osmeril. I switch to Altaria, go for a Sky attack, and he shields because he pretty much had to there. And it doesn't really matter. I can eat Ice Beam. This match is over. Alright, so we secure round 5, but we still have to do a 3rd battle here. Again, this is crazy. I'm really proud of myself for doing 5-3. I mean, everyone who I lost to was really, really skilled. And it was, I definitely got outplayed on the matches I lost. But yeah, had a lot of fun. My goal for my first season going through silph was just to get invited to regionals. I hit ace last tournament I weighed, and this does count as a weighted tournament on my record as well. So it's gonna add 500 wins and 300 losses to my record. No, he doesn't, even though, I mean, it's not like I'm not really a coach, you know what I mean? I do stream because I'm trying to show people how my thought process is and such. But yeah, I mean, I've actually been in a tournament where I had to face King of Charmanders. He'll tell you about it. He traded me this Relicanth, and I ended up beating him in the tournament using his own Pokemon he traded to me with. It was during Timeless. But anyways, those were different times, because those were in-person tournaments too. Like, good. I mean, King's a man. I love King of Charmanders. But yeah. So this match. Sorry, I haven't been saying much about it, but it doesn't really matter if we lose. I go for the Frenzy Plant. Toxicroak can't even handle Frenzy Plant at that amount of HP. I live in Los Angeles, so yeah, I haven't gotten sick, but I've been pretty much staying home, not doing much. It's been pretty bad around here. Alright, I'm pretty sure we got this. I think we end up 3-0ing here, because I can live with just enough to get another Sky Attack off. And then we can just farm down the Reggie with Dragon Breath. So we end up 3-0ing our opponent there. There was a lot of, like, it feels like there's just so much back and forth. Oh, let me bring up the next round here. Okay, so we are now going to be on round 6. Alright, so I'm facing Big Green, another really talented battler. Excuse me. Yeah, so pretty much this tournament was all Southern California trainers. I'll show you guys the tournament after we're done showing all my matches. There's a lot of really well-known battlers in Southern California, that's for sure. And yeah, this is a crazy tournament. I know it's gonna, my rank's only gonna improve. Oh wait, shit, sorry. So he ends up leading with Venusaur. I lead with Scrafty. I decided to stay in, eat a Frenzy Plant, and use a Foul Play. Now I switch into the Hypno. He switches out, brings in Registeel. It's a little rough. I have the Shadow Ball. Decide not to shield and eat a Flash Cannon. Yeah, so I'm gonna bring in Scrafty again, I think. Oh wait, no. I decided to bring in Osmeral for whatever reason. I don't know why I did that, actually. Maybe thinking that I need Scrafty to deal with the Venusaur at this point. But yeah, it's not looking good here, regardless. Well, it's not that I even need I don't remember why I kept it, honestly. Like, I remember, I was thinking he had Stunfisk or something in the back. But he actually ends up having Osmeral also. Damn, I'm sorry to hear that, bro. I'm glad to see that you're still doing well. And you recovered. Yeah, there's nothing I can really do here. That's game. And, you know, I was thinking maybe, if I'm lucky, I could get off 2 play roughs here. But I think I'm like 3 taps away. So no luck there, unfortunately. Maybe if I would have switched to Scrafty. I think I just thought he was going to have that Stunfisk. And Stunfisk is kind of scary too, if you don't play around it correctly. Damn, man. Alright. So this match, we end up both leading Osmeral. I already know its moveset, so I decided not to shield, but he goes for the hydro pump. And I use play rough. And I go for another play rough. And yeah, I decided to stay in here. Part of me thinks I probably should have switched out. I don't shield thinking maybe he's trying to bait me, but no, he just goes for another hydro pump, which is not really good because now he uses ice beam, which I had to shield if I wanted to get off play rough. And here I am sitting on Mega Neum and like, yeah, that was probably not the best way to deal with that situation. I probably should not have tried to stay in the mirror. He switches in Venusaur, I get the EQ off. I decided not to shield and just sacrifice. Because I thought, hey, I could Spring Hypno and farm it down. I decided to eat the Frenzy Plant. He has Reg still in the back. It's not looking too good for me. I end up shielding this, but now that I think about it, I don't know why. I probably should have just sacked. I guess it didn't really matter. I didn't really have much to deal with this. Hero's trying to bait for the shield, which I end up getting. And unfortunately, I cannot get to a Shadow Ball in time. I don't know. Maybe if I could have got to a Shadow Ball, but again, damn, these matches were tough. Yeah, so we end up losing against Big Green, but we have a third match here, and I'm thinking like, alright, I don't want to get 3-0'd at least. No one, again, likes getting 3-0'd. Osmoril is really good in Great League. It's one of the defining Pokemon of the meta. Especially in this format, which is Voyager. I decided to not shield there because I know I can eat one Ice Beam. And I can still put on the pressure. And he ends up shielding there. I decided to shield this Ice Beam. Go for another Frenzy Plant. And we knock out Osmoril.
Prepare for trouble.
Make it double.
He's running Sableye this time, which kind of caught me off guard. But I'm just trying to go for the Ice Punch. Maybe I should have used Shadow Ball there. Decided to bring in Scrafty. I'm gonna eat whatever move he throws him. He ends up using Return. Very spicy. That's actually a really good move to have. Definitely smart. He has Toxicroak, and I'm like, fuck, dude, no way. I wasn't thinking he would have Toxicroak in the back, so I end up getting 3-0'd by Big Green. And it's definitely a GG, man. Very well played on his end. Dude, I swear, like, the people I lost to was just like, wow. Very tough. Alright, so we're now on our 7th opponent of the tournament, and I'm currently, I think I'm, wait, was I 4-2? Yeah, I think I'm 4-2 right now. Alright, so I lead with Scrafty, he leads with the Stunfisk. Bone Chip, what up, man? Rick and Morty, good to see you. Graham, good to see you guys. I decided to stay in against the Stunfisk because I can't really do much, and just go straight for the foul play. Yo, Gucci Gang, GG today, man. Well played, man. Alright, so I decided to stay in, and I'm going for a foul play. He ends up shielding, and I'm switching my own Hypno. I guess I decided I could shield here. Thanks for the follow, Gucci Gang, man. Appreciate it, man. Good to see you. I'm sorry to hear that, Bone Chip, bro. My weighted Voyager, I was 5-2. In the regionals tournament today, I went 5-3. Alright, so we end up being able to knock out their Hypno here. They bring in Stun Fisk, and I'm able to get off another Ice Punch, which is pretty baller before I go down, which forces them to shield. I decided to just bring in Scrafty to... I guess I just thought this will put on a lot of pressure. I mean, I'm trying to think, what do you have? Oh wait, he has the Osmo. I didn't know what he had. I don't know why I did that, honestly. But it doesn't really matter, because he had the Osmo on the back, and I can eat an Ice Beam. So I can... Yeah, it doesn't matter. As long as I didn't let it farm my Scrafty. So we end up taking round 1 here against Rod, because he switches in Stun Fist, but it can't knock me out anyways. JJ, good to see you, man. I end up going 5-3 today. Honestly, I was not expecting to do... I mean, I know like it was going to be tough. That's what I'm trying to say. I'm glad to go 5-3. I don't even think if I went 6-2, I could have made it into the invite part of the tournament. Maybe, but I don't think I think if I could have made it to get invited to the next round of regionals, I would have been pretty sick. But this is also, my goal for my first season of Silph was pretty much to just get invited to regionals. Yeah, it is tough. Alright, so we're actually on the 7th opponent right now. I won battle 1. And we're about to start the second one. I decided to lead with Hypno, they also lead with Hypno. Dude, that's awesome. I'm going straight for a Shadow Ball. They end up shielding. I switch into Scrafty. I'm just gonna eat whatever move they decide to use on me. It's a Shadow Ball. I wanted to make sure they weren't switching out, and then I see they're staying, so I'm like, alright, I'll just foul play. Again, I'm not gonna shield against Hypno. Switch in Altaria, and yeah, I was trying to go for foul play. I guess I just got kind of muddled there. Alright, so go for the Ice Punch. They end up shielding. And then I decided to switch to Osmo because I know I can pretty much eat Sky Attack for days. I want to farm a little bit just in case. They switch in Ferrothorn, I'm like, fuck, bro. This is not good. I was like, fuck, I should have probably just play roughed the Altaria. Because the Ferrothorn ends up coming in and fucking up my day. And I think he's running Flash Cannon, which is pretty nice. But I don't think he needs to use it here. Oh wait, he does. He uses Flash Cannon. Alright, so we're 1-1 in the 7th round. And I'm looking at his team like, fuck, I don't want to lose to that Ferrothorn again. Yeah, it was a lot of fun, honestly. It's funny because my Mega Neum that I was running is a hundo. I just love that, like, it did not matter at all. I don't like, I forgot to evolve a Chikorita in December because I was wasted at Battle for LA. Alright, so Scrafty versus Hypno, that's already great for me. This is tough, you know, because I have to win this match to get another win. I decided to go straight for the foul play. Shield. I know I can just eat whatever they throw at me. Decided to go for another foul play. There's no reason to bait. They end up eating the foul play there. And this time I decided to bait. I figured they probably weren't counting at that point. I don't know. I could have tried to. Alright, so they switch into Altaria. Decide to bring my Hypno. Go for the Ice Punch. I think they shield. Yeah. I decided to shield as well. Ice Punch, of course. Yeah, I don't know. I didn't even use my Bastia down once today. It's kind of funny. I did use it once, and my McGeum is a hundo. Yeah, here... I don't know. I figured I got this match. I know I can't knock it out one hit, but... we can do a significant amount of damage. They tried to bait. Fortunately, we just farm down the Hypno, and then we Frenzy Plant to do a little bit more damage. Ferrothorn's kind of pressured to use a charge. I just bring in... I mean... I don't know. Maybe I should have just brought in Hypno there. That's kind of dumb. I didn't realize my Scrafty was at such low health. So we end up winning that match. GG's. Alright, our final opponent is Gucci Gang, who just came into the stream. Very well played here, man. I like the team that you ended up running. Dude, yeah, it was pretty insane. I was running Ferrothorn for a bunch of Voyager Cup myself, but I just ended up not running it. Like, I just ran a completely different team this tournament. The one team I was running before was Haunter, Osmerol, Altaria. What the fuck was Gen 4? Oh wait, I can't remember. Dude, honestly, if I was running my old team, it would have done much better against your team, Gucci Gang. Oh, I was running Melmetal. I was running Melmetal, Ferrothorn, Toxicroak, Osmerol, Altaria, and Haunter. Dude, if I was running that team, the Haunter would have been really nice against your team. Except for, I mean, granted you have Hypno and Dino. I don't know, I remember when I saw the Deoxys defense and Toxicroak, I was like, fuck, dude, if I was just running that Haunter. But yeah, very well played, man. Let's see here. Yeah, like, the one thing that a lot of people were running Alone Marowak against my other team because I had Ferrothorn and Melmetal, but the thing is, Alone Marowak can't even really beat Melmetal. And I don't know why it's really interesting. I don't know why, I don't know. It was really hard to decide, and I don't regret picking the team I picked because it still did really well. Dude, honestly, man, you played so good. You it was really hard, these leads coming back from it, man. Yeah, there's nothing nothing my Osmerol can do against the Ferrothorn matchup. I bring in my Scrafty, but Flash Cannon still does a decent amount. I think even Power Whip does a decent chunk to Scrafty. Yeah, the Toxicroak Ferrothorn combo was pretty deadly. Yeah, so pretty much this whole match, I'm just trying to stabilize, and I definitely didn't think I was going to be able to pull it back. The minute I saw, the Ferrothorn and how much pressure it's putting, I'm like, damn, my Scrafty's good here, but it's just not in my favor. So I just decided not to shield because there's no point. Am I going to be able to beat this thing? No. You know what I mean? Damn, that was really well played, though. So, I guess what I was thinking was, I probably should have just led with Scrafty again. But, I feel like a lot of people, when they lose the lead the first match, they always try to, fix that problem. Sometimes it's good to just run the same Pokemon again. But, it's kind of hard to know what I was going to do here. It's crazy because it's definitely... I've never been in a situation where I've seen it played well, if I'm being honest. So I'm definitely I'm loving this, that you ran this. Yeah, that's what I'm trying to say. Hey Bluebird, welcome to stream. Yeah, dude. You, Howard, you, and Big Green, all really talented battlers I've faced that read my team pretty well. See, this was interesting because I feel like I just brought the wrong Pokemon this time. Like, the Scrafty was definitely good, but I don't know. I feel like maybe I should have brought Osmerol this round. Bluebird, man, thank you for the follow. Welcome to the Sass Squad. Yeah, so I just decided to switch in Meganium, and it's kind of rough because I shouldn't have sacked it. Real honestly, I shouldn't have. Probably should have brought in the Altaria originally to deal with it. But we decided to go for the Sky Attack. There's not really much I feel like I can do here. Having that Toxicroak. Toxicroak is was dude, that was just like I probably it's hard to say, like Toxicroak is so good against my team if I don't line it up correctly. Pretty much the only ways I can deal with it are Altaria and Hypno. And Hypno is pretty much the only really good way to deal with it. Altaria is not necessarily the best because of its fast move. GG's, man. Am I family friendly? Not really. I definitely swear on my stream. So if you're watching with kids, I mean, for the most part, yeah, honestly, I wouldn't count on it. Yeah, so Gucci Gang ends up just taking it there. But, you know, I like doing the third battle regardless, just to see if I've learned or if I've been able to, you know, actually get a win. Yeah, I definitely do swear, but it's not like out of anger. I mean, if I'm being honest, one of the like catchphrases on the stream is holy beep, holy effing crap, dude, but like all of the bad. So I'm sorry. All right, so yeah, honestly, I lost this match too. That the Deoxys defense, I was like, look, I was thinking about. It, I'm like, man, I would have. This team was just hard to line up the right three against. Definitely enjoyed battling today. Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, you know, it's crazy because I originally wasn't even going to run Osmerol. I was originally going to run Cast Form Rainy, Bronzong. Like, I had like a really spicy pick, but the more I started playing, I started thinking, dude, Osmerol, Altaria, Osmerol, Hypno. That's just like where it's at. GG's, Gucci Gang. I ended up getting pretty much everyone who I lost to, I got 3-0'd to, which is crazy. So I went 5-3 in my regionals tournament. It's my first regionals ever for silph. I'm pretty happy with that. I mean, it wasn't easy. As you can tell, a lot of good battlers showed their faces. And I'd say Southern California has a lot of talent to reckon with, for sure. They're still in a tiebreaker. Okay. Let's chill. Hold on, guys. Let me bring this up real quick. Okay. So they're still doing tiebreaker. Okay. I see what you're saying. So Ramberto and Design is doing a tiebreaker, and then those two are doing tiebreaker. Alright. Let's see. Very well played, guys. Yeah, I went 5-3. How many total participants were there? Maybe we'll see when we go lower. Grum also went 5-3, my homie. GG's, man. 150 people checked in. Damn, yeah, that was... Yeah, the Southern California tournament is absolutely stacked, guys. It's not easy to win this shit. I feel like it's a privilege to be in such a community. The Sass Squad's getting stronger each and every day. You guys have a good morning, evening, afternoon, wherever you're tuning in. And I'll see you guys tomorrow. I'm going to host Taco. So, take care, guys.